That's right, baby. It is Patrick and the people, and it is Friday. You made it to the
Friday.
weekend, man. How about that? And Chad's back in the house. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
We were missing you, buddy.
I was kind of under the weather, man.
Yeah, man.
Pollen had me all plugged up, man.
You said you went and got one of those Navajas.
Man, them things are insane.
They are. We got one probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and I used it several times, but I remember the first time I used it, it felt real alien, like it was going to suck my brain out.
It hooks up, and it hooks up good, man.
Yeah,
and
all the suction goes,
and
you're like,
your
oh,
eyeballs are
no.
gonna come through that thing.
Yeah, man, it just, you're like, oh, I ain't never had nothing do that before.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird, isn't
Then
it?
you hit that button a little harder, and the water starts, and it feels like you're getting waterboarded almost.
Just a little bit, yeah.
It's
But,
kinda
man, the
wild.
stuff that comes out's a little crazy.
Ooh, yeah.
You said stuff came out from like 1999.
Yeah, there might have been a little booger sugar back there.
Did you run it through a filter and anything catch it? Paper
My
towel?
wife was looking at the bottom. She was like, "Oh my god."
I know, right? It's weird, too, for them to look at that. It's like, hey, don't look at that, man. That's gross.
That's my nastiness.
Yeah, why are you doing that? You going to come in next when I'm pooping? You have a good week, though, otherwise?
Other than that, yes, sir. It's good, man.
Yeah. How are things going at the shop?
Going good, man. Doing good, man. I was
Yeah,
busy
that's
yesterday.
great.
Picking back up. Everybody knowing I'm back in the shop and stuff finally.
Yeah, you said your son, he's
Man, last
did
day
his
of
last
school.
day, but you said he got recognized for graduation
Yeah,
with
he got-
tassels for marketing.
Yeah, for marketing, got like the little tassels and stuff. And I think he might have it for another class too, but I'm not
Really?
for sure on marketing.
So that what does that mean that they excelled in that?
I
I
forget
guess?
the exact word, but yeah, it's like a emphasis on that or something. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Something
That's
like
cool,
that.
though, man.
Yeah, man. Like he's the first Sledge to do something like that. It's amazing, man.
Man, that's awesome, man. You got to be proud of that.
I'm fuck stoked. Sorry about that. But
No,
yeah,
you're
like,
good. I'm not
stoked.
even going to buzz that one. I like it. I liked it a lot. Yeah, no, I was stoked. Yesterday, Tyler started work in a shop, cutting hair. He got a gig right away.
You said like the best.
Man, it is probably the most established and best known shop in Benton. It's right on the square. It's called Throwback Cuts.
That's awesome. That's a badass name.
Yeah, it is, and it's a badass shop, and it's been there a long time. And so he got himself a chair, and yesterday he had appointments already set,
That's
and
what's up, man.
he stepped in and started doing business, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited for him. Very excited for him.
Next thing you know, he'll have his own little shop doing his own little thing, man.
Man, hey, one step at a time. Let's
coming,
just get
man.
him in there and get him going, But yeah, that's great. I know you're so proud of your son. So
Man.
what now for him?
Starting college, man. Like getting him getting him through this summer.
Getting him back into school again.
Right. Just yeah. That's like
Does he know what he wants to major in yet?
Yeah, he was cyber security.
Oh, wow. That is cybersecurity is the fastest growing IT job there is.
Yes.
They expect it to grow by some astronomical number between now and 2030. Yes, that field right there is very open, very dynamic, and very good paying.
And like we was talking about, like if he don't like the corporate part of it, he can always use this marketing side of it and do like his own little IT shop. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, clearly he's got marketing skills, so he'll figure it out once it gets there. Everybody goes to college, declares a major. Not everybody ends in that major.
Right,
So
right.
He'll get in there, start getting acclimated, and get it figured out. Probably take a couple of years because normally you go in and they make you do all the same things you just did in high school.
Yes,
again.
and that's not. He's not looking forward to that. But
No,
you gotta do it.
I
man.
think
it's
it's
part of it.
It is, but I don't like it. I think you should really be focused on the trade, the skill that you're
Right.
going to be doing.
Right.
I understand you might need some basics, but you just came out of high school.
Right.
You ought to have
you
some
should
basics.
have the basics down
Yeah.
after all years of doing
Right.
basics.
So let's move right into job study.
I think that's
Cut it
just-
down to 2 years.
That's them just getting a little bit more of your money.
Oh, it's them getting a lot more of your money. Yeah. No, when you have to take the same things you just took,
For
basically.
money, yeah.
I mean, it might be your literature or English may be a little different book to read or something, but it's still the same. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into some news you can use, see what's going on here. All right, authorities say that massive New Jersey wildfire that's consumed 15,000 acres is just 50% contained. Found out it was deliberately set by the man they've arrested, Joe Kling, 19.
What?
Charged with arson and aggravated arson in the Jones Road wildfire. It was first spotted Tuesday morning in Pine Barrens. The prosecutor said while he's not prepared to discuss a motive, he's confident it was set intentionally. Said Kling started a bonfire using wooden pallets, left the woods while it was burning. Said he ignited a wildfire that's on track to become the biggest in New Jersey in 20 years. He's being held in jail and due in court Tuesday for a hearing. Yeah, 19's awful early to become an arsonist.
Yeah, he's a felon. That's
Yeah, right off the bat.
man. That's not good.
Hey, I know everybody's going to participate in this, right? Tomorrow's National Prescription Drug Take Back Day. Or you could sell them on the street.
Empty box.
Don't do that. Empty out your medicine cabinet. Take Back Day is when the DEA sponsors sites across the country for disposal of unused prescriptions. The goal is to keep them from being flushed and contaminating the water supply or ending up in the trash where somebody else gets them. And there are some expired meds, particularly antibiotics, you have to be careful about. To be real careful about them, as a matter of fact. Some meds lose all their efficacy.
So how do they destroy them or whatever? Like,
I don't know.
you know what I'm saying? Like, how
They just sell them.
they sell them to
I
their
don't
buddies?
know.
Hey,
They sell 'em back
look at
to
all
Big
this shit I got
Pharma.
today at work.
Yeah. Let's see. Pope Francis, his funeral's tomorrow, but his merch is hot right now.
What?
That's right. You can get lots of things on eBay. It'll cost you some. Merch selling for thousands of dollars. You can get Pope Francis trading cards, autographed items, holy oil blessed by the pontiff, a sock with his likeness,
A sock with his like.
rosaries linked to the Pope, bobbleheads, skull cap blessed by the Pope, a bust of the Holy Father. If you're into Pope gear,
They got
get
you.
online and get that. Man, we've talked about this 2 or 3 times, and it's happening again. There is a serial killer in the New England area. An 8th body's been discovered.
Damn.
On Tuesday, police found the body of a woman near a bike path in Springfield, Massachusetts. Cause of death not announced yet. It's being investigated. Talk of a serial killer has been happening in the region since March as 7 other bodies, women, found in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut, all with a similar MO. Facebook group titled New England Serial Killer has driven speculation. Police have said it appears there's no connection between the deaths. Okay, maybe there's not a connection in the people,
Right.
but I've already read that all of them have similarly met a fate. And so, yeah, I know they're trying to keep the public at bay, but man, no, the public needs to keep their eyes out right now.
Right.
If I was a lady in New England, I wouldn't walk anywhere alone.
No, I'd have a little strap with me or something.
Yeah, if I'm going to be by myself, you can bet I'm going to have something going like
Something,
that.
man.
Yeah. All right. One of the most active Google searches right now, how do I watch the Pope's funeral? Because it sounds exciting. It'll take place tomorrow at St. Peter's Square in the Vatican at 4 a.m. Eastern. Coverage on most networks starts at 3:30 a.m., leading up to the service, which will have incredibly tight security. And I guess they're going to run lots of specials on the life of Pope Francis. You know how it goes. Then next, they'll be picking the Pope. You'll be staring at a chimney.
Watch it for the white and
Yeah,
black.
all the newscasts will have a camera pointed at it, and you'll keep seeing it. And they'll keep going, we're just waiting for the smoke, waiting for the smoke. No, just wait till it does, and then you can see a video of it. Paramount Plus is trying to rank higher on the streamer scale. They've come up with a novel idea. Pitched the streaming service by creating a Star Trek and SpongeBob SquarePants crossover ad. In the commercial, Patrick Star is the ship. Sandy Cheeks is on the deck of the Starfleet vehicle with the officers, and Spock welcomes SpongeBob. Why? You think that's going to help you?
No.
That's not going to help you.
No.
Star Trek fans don't want to see SpongeBob
And
on there.
vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm sure they don't either. They don't even know who Mr. Spock is. What are you talking about?
Wow.
In Rockport, Massachusetts, they've been dealing with broken car windshields and side mirrors for weeks now. They thought that some a-hole was going around and doing it, but no. Janelle Favaloro was able to capture a photo of the woodpecker that's been doing the damage. It's as large as a crow, and has damaged at least 25 vehicles. She walked through her eyewitness account. So the woodpecker showed up and landed on the windshield wipers of the RV in our yard, was looking at its reflection. We're like, you know what? I bet he's the one that damaged the mirrors too. Experts say it's peak mating season, and that's probably why he's so aggressive.
He's thinking he's seen another one.
He's trying to get some in, and he didn't. That other one's in the way. Yeah, you got to get rid of him. Kill him.
I'd be outside shooting a shotgun at that son of a bitch.
My dog accidentally saw her own reflection in a mirror yesterday
hilarious,
and
ain't
started to bark at it. I was like, you know that's you, right?
Mine was up on the couch and like was looking out the window. We could see just like
The shadow
yeah.
faint.
And he was
yeah.
like going, rah, rah, rah. And I was like,
You're
get
like,
mad, yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
no,
I
go
love
ahead
that
and
dumb
get yourself.
stuff.
Russia launched a major missile and drone attack on Kiev yesterday, killed at least 12 people, injured 90 kids and a pregnant woman included. In response, President Trump publicly urged Putin to stop the attacks, calling them not necessary and bad timing. The U.S. has proposed a peace plan that includes recognizing Russia annexing Crimea and freezing the current front lines, leaving other occupied Ukraine territories under Russian control. Zelensky has rejected these, insisting on the restoration of Ukraine's integrity and refusing to cede any land.
Because that's pretty much what this is all over,
Yeah,
right?
look, Zelensky's a clown, okay? And if you hadn't figured it out by now, you should be. He's just, man, everybody, Europe's in it, America's in it. They're trying to figure out a way for peace, and this guy just every time he turns around, he's having a toddler tantrum.
Yeah.
No, I'm not giving that. Listen, you understand that if Russia wants to at any moment, anytime they want, they can just roll a line of tanks in there and start mowing you down, start launching ballistic missiles. It's over. It's over. I mean, there's no doubt about it. There's no way, there's no world where you win a war with Russia. You're not going to do it. So this is silly. You probably, and the other thing is he doesn't want to have elections because he's at war.
Right.
So he doesn't want to give up the power.
Right.
A bunch of money's been mismanaged that we've sent over there. They can't tell you where it went. Yeah, no, I don't have any faith in this. I think either he's going to settle down or somebody's going to settle him down. You understand what I'm saying? He's going to take a long walk off a pier.
Doing this stuff right here and just
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, listen, we can do this one of two ways, bro. How do you want to play it? All right. What else is going on? Okay. Let's talk about, speaking of serial killers, Brian Kohlberger. 4th District Judge Stephen Hippler has ruled that Kohlberger, accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students in 2022, can still face the death penalty despite his diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder. Get off my sack with that, man. Jesus, everybody's on the spectrum now, right? That's why I killed everybody. I'm on the spectrum. Listen, I've met a lot of people on the spectrum. They're not murderers. Kohlberger's defense argued that his ASD should exempt him from capital punishment. They were trying to use constitutional protection against cruel and unusual punishment, but the judge says, "Yeah, that's not going to do it. Sorry, bro, we're not doing that." So yeah, he could still get the death penalty. Aerobatic pilot Rob Holland died yesterday. His experimental aircraft. Yeah, that'll do it.
Part of it right there.
Yeah. Well, he was experimenting and he crashed attempting to land at the Air Force Base in Virginia. He was a 13-time national aerobatic champion. He was preparing for the Air Power over Hampton Roads Air Show. No details available on the cause. Well, the cause is an experimental aircraft. I think that was in the first sentence, wasn't it? You don't need to look any further than that. A federal judge has blocked key parts of Trump's executive order that aim to change how elections are run. The order would have required people to show U.S. citizenship proof to register to vote in a federal election and ask agencies to check citizenship before giving voter registration forms to those getting public assistance. The judge ruled the president doesn't have power to make these changes, only Congress and states do. While the judge stopped these parts of the order, other sections like sharing citizenship data with states, setting deadlines for mail-in ballots, those are still in place for now and may, I'm sure, face other legal challenges. Do you think that, I'm just asking, do you think it's unreasonable to ask someone to, when they register to vote, show proof of citizenship, proof of ID, and all that.
No, I think that's pretty common.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable.
Yeah,
I mean,
like- Because I mean,
again,
like when you go in there, the old lady will just say your name, and you just have to tell them your birth date, I think, or something like that to match
Right.
up. Like
yeah.
anybody that knows you knows that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they could go in there and
Well, when you I know that the old trope is, well, some people can't get IDs. Okay, well, look, if you accept any government assistance, you have to have an ID. You cannot cash a check without it.
well, it's supposed to
Can't
be
do
a
anything.
law. If you're at least 16 years old, you're supposed to have some.
But
form
I'm
of
saying,
ID.
they say a lot of times, well, some people can't get it. Well, look, if you're not capable of getting an ID, maybe you shouldn't vote this time.
Right.
I'm just being honest. I mean, that it says maybe you're not in a place to vote. I'm
Right.
sorry.
No, it's very true.
I mean, come on, let's be honest about it. Who do you know that can't get an ID? Anybody? I'll wait. I'll wait. I didn't think so.
I deal with this all day at work, man.
Yeah.
Because you got to be 16 years old with IDs, and these kids are like, I don't have an ID. I'm like, there's a DMV right down the road.
Oh, yeah. So you just to get a piercing, you'd have to
yeah,
show an ID
yeah.
to show you're of age,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's a common
Boom.
thing, man.
I mean, come on, man. To get a piercing,
So-
much less to vote.
Oh, yeah, I
I
agree.
mean, which do you think's more important, getting your nipple pierced or voting?
yes.
I mean, come on.
Come on now.
All right, and then there were 10. Tennessee health officials confirmed a measles outbreak, making it the 10th state with an official confirmed outbreak. I'm not sure if we've been named yet or
I
not.
don't think so.
I don't think so, but it's resulted in 3 deaths, 2 unvaccinated kids, and an unvaccinated adult in New Mexico. Yeah, again, if you're not vaccinated, and I understand if you don't want to get the shot for COVID. I mean, just
Right.
like the flu shot, I get it. You don't want to get that, but if you're not getting the basic ones, you may be putting yourself in danger, and that's what's happening here. Plus, a lot of this comes from, and I don't mean this in any. There's no politics in this statement, but a lot of people that come here, quote, illegally, right?
Right.
They may not have vaccines,
Right.
and they're not going to seek them out because guess why? They're here illegally.
Legally.
So they may very well be, the majority of the cases are people who have come in that way,
yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, at least used to be, to go to school, you had to have your shot
Now
record.
there's like these little loopholes around that thing.
Really?
Yeah, there's certain.
All right. Attorney General Pam Bondi issued a memo this week directing the Justice Department to expand investigations into transgender health care for minors. The memo calls on U.S. attorneys to use existing laws, including those banning female genital mutilation, to prosecute doctors who perform those type of procedures on minors, calling such care mutilation. She warned that violations could carry up to 10 years in prison, instructed the DOJ to investigate drug manufacturers and distributors for misbranding puberty blockers and hormones, and the Civil Division's fraud section to pursue potential False Claims Act violations by doctors who bill federal programs for gender care under other diagnoses. Yeah, again, just like tattoos or piercings. How old do you have to be to get a piercing?
16.
So should you be able to lop off your junk at 12?
No, man. You don't.
No, come on,
You don't
man.
even know it's really used for at that time. You know
don't.
what I'm saying? Like,
no, you don't.
use it once or twice and then be like, okay, I don't like this.
Yeah, no, you get there first. That's right. Yeah, have some experience in life. Take a couple years before you make a
It's
determination.
wild, man.
On Sunday night, a house in Peachtree City, Georgia, caught fire. 2 teens were rescued after neighbors and first responders stepped in to help. A neighbor guided one teen to safety from a second-story window just as police arrived. Both teams were unharmed, and the heroic neighbor expected to be honored for his bravery. Yeah, that's a good neighbor right there.
Mm-hmm.
A Sioux Falls nonprofit donated $110,000 to the Sioux Falls School District to eliminate student meal debt. The funds support the Angel Fund that assists students who don't qualify for free meals but still face financial hardship. School officials expressed gratitude, saying the money will make a big difference and hopefully encourage more community support. Yeah, that's a good thing.
My son had to pay his lunch bill.
Did he to graduate?
Man, it was like
I had
we all
something I had
chipped
to
in.
pay.
It was like
Oh,
3 of us chipped in. It was like $200 something, man.
I had a missing book, and it was like $100 some. I'm like, man, that's bullshit, man. man.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, I had a book.
That's crazy.
It is, man. I almost didn't walk because I wore the wrong color shoes. I wore white shoes and I wasn't supposed to. And they're like, yeah, you're not going to be able to walk. And somehow I talked them into letting me, but I don't know how. A family got lost while hiking in Red River Gorge, Kentucky, but used their iPhone's SOS satellite feature to alert rescuers after dark. The Wolfe County Search and Rescue Team located them within 90 minutes. They were safely brought out without injuries. They credit the satellite SOS tech for the efficient rescue and remind hikers prepare properly before you venture out.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. That's a good use of the iPhone. Man, this is this is just, you feel bad for this guy. At the end of February, Ewan Valentine, he woke up to find his black Honda Civic had been stolen out of his driveway.
That sucks.
It does suck. He called the cops. Insurance claims were filed. He happened to find a 2016 Type R model similar to his about 70 miles away. So they talked through it, made a deal. About $26,000 later, it was like he'd never been robbed. The car seemed identical. As it turned out,
man.
a little too identical. After noticing eerie similarities between his car and the old one, he looked closer and found his address was stored in the satellite nav system and the address of his parents, which told him that his new used car was his old car that had been stolen.
What the hell?
He believes the garage he rebought his own car from was duped as well. Police are calling it one of the best clone jobs they've ever seen. He's holding out hope he'll be able to get his money back after buying back his own car.
That's wild.
Well, that is wild. I assume he
his
used
car back,
insurance
though.
money.
Yeah.
It's really the insurance money, I would imagine, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Be careful what you put on social media if you're in Russia. Could land you in jail. 31-year-old Alexander Panasenko slapped with a jail sentence of over 4 years. He published a post that mocked Russian authorities. In the post, he vowed to take a leak all over the symbol of the Russian military. That's the St. George ribbon. That led him to quickly being arrested and charged with desecrating a symbol of Russia's military glory. He's also prohibited from posting anything for 3 years.
Wow.
It should also be noted there have been no reports of actual peeing that went along with the post. So he just said he wanted to.
He said he did it.
And boom, he's in jail.
Damn.
See, there's the difference in Russia and the USA. Russia, the USA. See, you can post right now. You can say, I want to pee on Donald Trump right now. You can post that. You can post a picture of you peeing on Donald Trump right now.
As long as it's photoshopped.
Yeah. And you know what? That's fine. It's completely legal. People may come at you, but you're not going to go to jail for it.
Right.
But in Russia, you will.
Go to jail.
In China, you will. Yeah. The State Bar of California has revealed that AI was used to develop 23 of the 171 scored multiple choice questions in the February bar exam. The AI generated questions were created by a firm without legal training. The Supreme Court has demanded explanation from the bar regarding the use and vetting of AI in the exam process. I'm not sure why people are mad about it. Maybe the questions weren't good. I'm not sure. Self-driving Waymo taxi operating in Austin, Texas went haywire and stranded passengers on a busy section of the Mopac Expressway. The car unexpectedly diverted from the route, stopped under an overpass, blocked traffic in a high-speed area. Passengers were trapped in for several minutes while the vehicle remained unresponsive. Finally, Waymo's remote support team was called. They were unable to regain control or move it. So I'm not sure what did they end up doing here. I guess they just they got him out though. Because they couldn't unhook their seatbelt, they couldn't do anything.
That's wild.
So the self-driving car basically kidnapped them.
Like, you ain't going nowhere.
That's great. This is bad. This is real bad. Arkansas. Mary Tracy Morrison, the director of the Delta Institute for the Developing Brain in Jonesboro, Arkansas, has been charged with permitting child abuse after being accused of orchestrating a makeshift kids' fight club at her school.
What?
That's right. What's the first rule of Fight Club? There is no Fight Club. A video surfaced showing a 30-minute incident where the teacher instructed a student to hit another in the private area. 3 other employees, Michael Bean, Kristen Bell, and Catherine Lipscomb, were also arrested. Lipscomb, a licensed teacher and mandated reporter, was criticized for her inaction during the incident. Morrison's being held on a bond of $250,000. The other bonds range from $10,000 to $100,000. All have been ordered to have no contact with the school or its students. Little fight club.
That's awesome.
Hey, man, we need to toughen these kids up. Maybe we should have some fight clubs.
telling
I don't
you,
know,
man.
man. Maybe
Yes.
that'll help out. Teresa Bernal, a 33-year-old mom, arrested after allegedly bringing vodka-laced Jell-O shots to her kid's 5th grade Christmas party at Jones Elementary in Tyler, Texas.
For the school, or for the kids, or for the
Well, no, for the
Faculty.
kids. She claims she purchased the Jell-O from a home-based sweet shop, was unaware they had alcohol in them.
Oh man.
She realized the presence of alcohol only after the kids had consumed some. The Jell-O shots in blue, red, and green colors were served in small cups, topped with whipped cream and strawberries. Several students had stomach aches and headaches. One boy threw up a couple times. Another reportedly passed out after doing 6 of them. There's always that one, isn't there? That ruins it for everybody. Burnell's been charged with reckless bodily injury to a child. Look, if she didn't know.
It sounds
know.
like somebody else needs to catch that charge, man.
Yeah, I would think something went wrong, but I mean, I don't know if I'd charge her. By the end of the weekend, we should know at least one of the teams that'll be advancing to the second round of the playoffs. Here's what the schedule looks like. Tonight, you'll have the Celtics and Magic. Boston is up 2-0, and they look very in control of that. The Pacers and Bucks. Pacers lead that 2-0, surprisingly. Lakers and T-Wolves, they're tied at 1 apiece. Then Saturday, you got the Cavs and the Heat. Cavs are up 2-0. They look strong. Oklahoma and the Grizzlies. Thunder leads at 2-0. They'll probably, I suspect they're going to sweep them. The Nuggets and Clippers are tied at 1 each. The Nuggets and Warriors nutted at 1. Then Sunday, the Knicks Pistons tied at 1. Then the Lakers T-Wolves, Celtics Magic again, and Pacers Bucks again. Are you rooting for a particular team right now?
I hate to say it, I'm kind of pulling for the Lakers, man.
Are you?
Yeah.
I would love to see it.
Just because of the whole Luka thing, you know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
Luka, man. Everybody
Oh
loves
yeah, I
Luka.
love Luka,
But I just don't think that they have.
I
The
don't.
problem for them is in the middle.
Middle, exactly.
Yeah, they have the same problem that Golden State has to make it a distance. I
Yeah.
mean, you look at, what are you going to do about Jokic if you got to face him?
That's about it. LeBron in the middle. That's about all.
Man,
they
and
can
that's
really
not
do,
enough.
Man. No, that's not enough.
No, they've got Hayes. He's not that great. They've got another scrub that's in there that can take some fouls, but they just don't have a solution there.
So maybe next year they'll get them somebody in the middle.
But-
If they get somebody in the middle, then I think they'll really be.
Yeah, I still think they came out way ahead on that
Oh,
trade.
no, yeah, like
Anthony Davis has been off and on broken since he got there. I knew it was going to happen.
no, yeah.
No, man, that dude can't stay healthy.
I think it's wild though that Dallas got kicked out of the playoffs 77 days after they traded Luka, and that's Luka's number. Like,
That is wild. I didn't know that.
yeah, there's some.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Tonight, hockey, Capitals and Canadians. What?
I said nope.
No, he said nope. Hurricanes and Devils and Kings and Oilers. Get you
You
some.
got to live up north to watch that, I believe. You know what I'm saying? That's just not really a southern
It's
thing.
not. I mean, we just don't have any real. We had the Razor Blades for a minute,
The Razor Blades.
the hockey team here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that little stint we
yeah.
had for a minute there.
As predicted by many, the allure of the double threat that is Travis Hunter resulted in a trade to shake up the draft. Here's the top 5 picks. Tennessee Titans went number 1, took Cam Ward, quarterback from Miami. Travis Hunter, wide out cornerback for Colorado. He's the number 2 pick. The Jags gave up a number 5 pick, a second-round pick, a fourth-round pick, and a first-round pick
As they
in
should.
2026 to get him. The Cleveland Browns gave up a number 2 pick, a fourth-round pick, and a sixth-round pick. So a lot of people gave up a lot for Travis Hunter to end up in Jacksonville. Maybe that'll help them. I don't know. I mean, anything would help them. They suck. New York Giants got Abdul Carter from Penn State. The Patriots got Will Campbell, an offensive tackle from LSU. And the top 5 rounded out by Mason Graham, a defensive tackle who went to Cleveland. The biggest news, I guess, to come out of it is Shedeur Sanders.
Wah, wah.
Man, everybody was talking about maybe he'd be number 1, but certainly he was top 10, right? No, he didn't even make the first round.
That is crazy.
And Chad was showing me he had this whole war room set up with all
these hats set up.
Yeah,
like a
like
place where he was gonna sit and like show.
get his LeBron moment set up.
Yeah.
Where he's going to put the hat on.
Yeah.
And his arrogant ass sat there and did nothing.
I wonder if they do tonight, if they'll be in that room tonight.
I think it's good. Sometimes you need a little humility.
He needed that, man.
He does. I mean, he really did.
Yeah.
Another day into 2025's biggest sports soap opera brought more information and career decisions. I'm talking about Shannon Sharpe and allegations against him.
Man.
4 days after the lawsuit, he decided to step away from his duties at ESPN. On X, he continued to maintain his relationship with Gabriela Zuniga was 100% consensual, and he'd be devoting his time away to his family. Sharpe's plan is to return to ESPN to kick off next year's football season.
I don't think that's going to happen.
May not. ESPN's been quiet regarding the allegations, but it does seem like, and people are speculating, his future is in question.
At the end of the day, that's Disney. You got to realize, ESPN is Disney.
The thing is not that. Look, it does look to me that she was doing a shakedown.
Oh no, 1,000%.
But
he did some crazy stuff.
But the stuff that he said, the stuff that
choking
came
the shit out of her and all.
Yeah, it's not the look that ESPN wants.
No,
their
that's
broadcaster.
why I don't think they're going to bring him back, man.
She now has a third name she's been identified with. First was Jane Doe, then her real name, which, as I told you, is Gabriela Zuniga, and then there's Shells Carly, which is the handle she uses on her OnlyFans. Should you want to know more about that, the VIP page will cost you $12.99 a month.
I wonder if that's where he met her at.
Probably, but the page's description doesn't let you know what you'd be getting for that fee. But I assume it's
we know what you'll get for $50 million.
Right? No, that's right. But yeah, so I think that a lot of when I worked over at the station that sold its soul, we had a clause in our contract, and it's a morals clause.
Right.
And it's a clause that enables them to fire me.
Right.
If I breach certain moral protocols.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, when I first started there, even though they don't test at all for, and it's good they don't. They know they shouldn't test their radio people because none of them are passing. But even though they knew that, if I had been busted, before licenses were issued here for marijuana, that could have cost me my career.
Right.
Because it would have been under the morals clause, right? If I get caught, doing something like Shannon Sharpe, anything that seems immoral and brings a tarnish to a brand, you can be fired.
That is the main reason I got my medical card. I did not want to see my face on book. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
All the people just no.
Well, it is a lot easier, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, we've talked about it before, but while it was, there were some fun elements if you think about it in your memory of going to get weed from all the different guys you got it from.
It was,
but in reality, it's way better now. It's way more consistent. Doesn't have stuff in it you're not supposed to have on it.
That's the main thing. No fentanyl or no bullshit.
Yeah, and you don't have to, wait for the guy to get home or page you.
Don't take 6 hours.
Yeah.
I'll be there in an hour.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to just show up an hour? No, I'll call you when I get there. All right.
Yeah.
How many times did you want to get a sack and you call me? No, I'm gonna be there in a little bit. And about an hour later, you're calling. No. It was like a day later.
I was usually the guy on the other end of the phone.
You were the guy on the other
end. My
end.
brother used to put our pagers together on Friday night. We'd put them on the table side by side and make them race because they'd be going off like.
Really?
Yeah, and whoever got to the end of the table would get $100 bill.
That is crazy, bro. That's crazy, Chad. That's amazing, but that's crazy.
I had I was one of the first people to have, in like high school I was, You could call my pager and talk to it, and it'd have the words going across it.
Oh, you could leave a message and it
was
would
pretty
read
dope, man. People would leave me some wild messages.
I bet they would.
And like you had to talk to a live operator. So
Oh.
they'd be like, meet me on the red rooftop. Da, 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 da.
Oh, the operator's having to read it to you?
No, they're printing it across.
Oh, they're printing. Okay,
Yeah,
I
but
got
they're
you.
having
That's
to take
hilarious.
it live from these
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying? So people leave me wild
Oh, I
messages
see
sometimes.
what you're saying. They're taking the message and then typing it in.
All kinds of like coded. So like, people think, what the hell?
Yeah,
Like,
we used to think we were so slick with our dumbass code words. You know, nobody will figure out if we just use the word green.
Man, there are certain words you could turn your page upside down. It would spell words. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. My favorite thing to use was, hey, man, I need to order some T-shirts.
Yeah, yeah. How many T-shirts you want?
Ah, man, I'd like to get 4 of them, man, if I could. You know, 4 little ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Small size.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buy 4, sell 3, keep 1. That was the formula for weed.
Come up.
You get you an O.
Oh,
You
yeah.
sling one
I
up.
used
You
to
sling
love-
3 of them. Keep
I've already
one of
talked
them.
about this. I used to love Christmas time because everybody wanted to be drug dealers. They take their Christmas money and try to flip it. I used to get everybody's
That's
Christmas
hilarious, man. And then knowing full well they want to compete with you, but laughing because, like, yeah, you're
money.
not going to
they're
do
just
anything.
going to smoke it up. And
I'll
like,
go ahead and buy this.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens there.
I'll help you smoke.
Day, we'll be watching.
The good old days.
No doubt, man. All right, lots of stuff that I want to get to today. Let me mention this first of all. Look, your car's tired. It called me. It wants to go home.
And it's getting hot,
to
too.
bed, to sleep forever. It's done. So look, your air conditioner's not working real good. You're rolling on Maypop tires. The radio don't work. The kids don't want you to drop them off in front of the school. Hey, I know you got some tough credit. It's okay. Go to Fitz Auto. They will hook you up, man. Listen, they work with you regardless of credit history. They've been there for almost 40 years on predominantly word of mouth advertising. And it's the same people who've been there the entire time. They haven't had one personnel change since I started working with them 15 years ago.
Awesome.
That's insane. Think about that for a minute. Just think about that. Same cast of people on a car dealership, 15 years. Tell me another car dealership that's like that. I'll wait. I'll wait.
I will, too.
15 minutes, they're changing personnel in most dealerships.
Man.
You know, if you buy a car, you may have the manager's card. If you go back, he won't be there.
Nope.
I can guarantee you he will not be there.
Nope.
No, neither will the salesperson. They come and they go. They come and they go. So you want a good vehicle. And plus, look, the average new vehicle is $49,000. Is that what you want to spend on a car? I mean, go ahead, feel free, baller. You know, or go to Fitz Auto, buy it with the depreciation already in it, low miles, late model, great deals. That's what you get at Fitz. You can go to fitzauto.com or, hell, just drive down there, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. It's just off 430, or right at the end of Baseline on the other side, West Baseline, off of Interstate 30. You know, check it out. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. How about that?
When I'm with you, everything gets hazy. You might imagine I'm a little bit crazy. It could be true that I'm not quite right, but you're rent free in my head both day or night. The dam is broken, it's all flowing out. Maybe I've been spoken to. What could be your doubt? Baby, I don't wanna make you feel sus, and I know I probably am, but there's just something magical about us. I know you understand. I'm running so I don't miss the bus. You make me wanna be a better man. It's just so damn loud in this big spinning world. I just need you. I just need you, girl. I'm not proud, but I'm damn sure real. It's stop giving you what I got. I never want you to feel a single raindrop. You'll never wonder if I'm gonna love you right, because I'm gonna be there every damn night. Oh, baby, I don't wanna make you feel sus, and I know I probably am, but there's just something magical about us. I know you understand. I'm running so I don't miss the bus. You make me wanna be a better man. You make me, you make me, you made me. Ooh. Wanna be a better man.
You know that you have a good friendship when you can look at your buddy and go, man, I love your wife. But I still said I'm not like that. But Krista, she translates for you. She helps fill in blanks. You were talking about the marketing thing for your son.
Yes.
And but she was helping to clear that up. She said,
What'd I do now?
nothing. She, hold on, let me get back up here where I can, man, we're getting a lot of comments today.
Awesome.
My God, man, hold on. Man, geez, Louise. Hold on. That's a lot of comments.
That's awesome. We're losing comments, man. That's an awesome thing to have, man.
Yeah.
He's like, not
Oh
at the
my
moment.
God, man. Okay, he's recognized for completing the marketing career course. Did you just see that happen? Did you just
Yeah,
watch
just
that?
get
It
glitched.
jump on me?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Just so you know, I'm not insane.
I did.
I mean, I may be, but okay. Now it's gone. God bless America. All right, we'll find it again. But you said that to wear at graduation, that he was issued those for excelling in marketing.
Right.
Tasha said, "Good morning." Let's see.
Good morning.
What else do we have here? Okay. Oh, there it is. He's recognized for completing the marketing career course, so he got a career cord to wear at graduation.
That's what it's called. I'm sorry about
Yeah.
that. Career cord.
Y'all raised a great kid. Congratulations. All those tears and smiles were worth it. That's Tasha.
Thank you. I think I will be crying.
Andy said, me and Timu Bruce Buffer are probably out for haircuts, LMAO.
Timu Bruce
Timu
Buffer. I
Bruce
like
Buffer.
that.
That's so mean, dog. I love it. That's so mean. Governor Hot Wheels said, congratulations, Kristen and Chad.
Thank you, man.
Brad said, just woke up. Morning, peeps.
Morning.
What up, Brad? Who else said something here? Heard the Pope is dodging Chris Hansen. He might have been. May have been what killed him. I don't know. Andy said, read a book called The Trail of Blood. You'll feel different about Catholicism. You know, I don't know that I would feel different about it. I would probably feel that way about any honest book about most religions, because if we're honest, most every religion, with the exception probably of Buddhism, which technically isn't a religion, I guess, people killed each other for it, you know?
And it's all kind of
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah, but the Catholicism certainly, I mean, if you look at, you know, that era, yeah, it was not good. But, you know, there's lots of people who haven't been good at different times. So
Right.
that is just part of it. All right, let's see what else people are saying here. Faulkner County has 2 measles cases, Kristen said.
Oh,
Andy said the measles crap's getting scary, only if you're not vaccinated.
right. I'm not worried about
Yeah,
it.
I'm not worried. I've never had it, and I expect I never will. I also never had polio, and I don't think I ever will. Because I got a vaccine. You know what I mean? Measles, mumps, rubella. That's the MMR vaccine. It's a good one to get. We're staying close to home. Kids are homeschooled. Hope we can stay away. That's what Andy said. Yeah, no, I get that. I told my sons that whenever in the long future from now they have kids, I said, go ahead and get your head around them that if nothing's changed, they're going to be homeschooled by their grandparents.
Man, me and my wife was talking about this the other day because my son almost went to private school. Mm-hmm. And she's like, you know, like his kids are probably going to be private school. I'm like, yeah, probably so.
Yeah, I mean, just based on the way things are going right now, I guess anything could change. you know. But I'm just glad I don't have little kids in school right now. There's just a lot going
I'm
on.
glad mine's done, like for sure.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that they're implementing and stuff, I'm just like, oh God, I'm glad he's done.
Tasha said, I was so nervous, like panic attack and shaking, and he reassured, I can't say anything he can't get us out of, and he just has a way of calming you. Tom calls him the Xanax man. Who is that? Who's the Xanax
I'm
man?
talking about you. You said that to her that day.
Oh, I did, didn't
Remember when
I?
she came in?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, that's funny. Tom called him the Xanax man. I've never been called that before, but I might take that. I might work with that a little bit. Yeah, okay. All right, let's see what else is going on here.
The Zan man.
The Zan man. I did think this was interesting. And look, as much news as I read, I'm real big, and we've talked about this before, about verifying and validating stories I read.
Right.
And yesterday one popped up, and I didn't really have a chance to vet it, but it was funny. So I laid it out. And the story was that the department that Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, had ordered a room in the Pentagon to be converted to a makeup room. All right. So, look, I know Trump's a TV guy. I could kind of see it, and it made me laugh, and so I read it. But here's the facts. Apparently, he was pretty pissed about it, and he said, number one, totally fake story. No orders, no makeup, but whatever. 2, we should have installed tampon machines in every men's bathroom instead. They would have loved that. Then there's another post. Does the fake news not have anything better to do? And it shows a picture of the room. Does that look like a makeup room?
No.
No, it's just a green room. Said no lighted mirror. Didn't cost thousands. The items added to the green room, not a makeup studio, came from existing inventory. And it's a chair, some TVs. There is a small mirror, I guess. And that's really about it. A bar, So, yeah, I got sucked into that one. It wasn't real. And so, it was funny though. Some of the stories are you can kind of believe them a little bit, All right. Saw a couple other things that I thought were be of interest to you. Now, I started watching The Last of Us. Have you watched that? Pretty interesting if you don't mind zombie stuff.
Gotcha.
But it's got Pedro Pascal as the lead actor, and I like him.
He's in a lot of stuff right now.
He is. He's on top of the game.
Yeah.
I started watching Game of Thrones, and I've never watched it. Made it through the first episode, and it was good. A lot of boobs. That was nice. But it was real slow. And so I switched over to The Last of Us. I'll probably go back and pick it back up and try to watch Game of Thrones. But IMDb unveiled the most watched shows of all time. Game of Thrones is the most watched show of all time.
Of all time?
Of all time. According to this, over 30% of Americans consider themselves at least casual fans of the show.
I think Breaking Bad would be number 1.
I would have thought so, but it's number 2.
I still don't agree with that.
You don't?
Man, people were like hardcore on that, man.
Breaking Bad's a bad. I held out until I think last year we watched Breaking Bad.
You waited that long?
Yeah,
it's awesome. Man.
I have to wait a while before I'll use it.
I'm like that too, though. I waited a while to watch it, but that didn't take that
but
long.
I was glad that I did. It's phenomenal.
It's awesome.
It's one of the greatest series ever made.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Number 3, Stranger Things. I've also never watched that.
Yeah, but that's really popular, though.
Very. Friends, number 4. Number 5, The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I could see that.
Number 6, Sherlock. What? What Sherlock? Which Sherlock?
Yeah, that got me.
What are you talking about? From when? Number 7, The Big Bang Theory. Yeah. That show was so big it spawned off a sequel or 2.
Yeah.
And it,
I'll watch
it's very
it late at night.
popular.
I'll watch it late at night if there's nothing else on.
It's cute, I guess. It's cheesy.
It is real cheesy.
I don't like sitcoms in general. The exception being Scrubs. Scrubs is awesome.
Scrubs is good.
It's great. Dexter is number 8.
People like them some stuff like that.
They do. The Boys is number 9. That's a relatively new show about guys with superpowers who aren't exactly good guys, I
I haven't
think.
seen that one.
Yeah. And then number 10, The Office.
Yeah, I can see that being in the top 10.
Now, is there any show that you love that didn't make that list that you watch? Or
No, like I was saying, I think Breaking Bad should be number one. That's the main thing on that one.
See, I would have thought Oz might be on there.
Oh man, yeah,
That was so good.
Yeah, Oz was good.
Or The Sopranos.
There was another one too.
I'm surprised The Sopranos didn't make it. I mean, I think that's the best.
You
TV
know,
show
I
ever
like
made.
one that it's kind of. I like Ballers. Do you remember Ballers?
You know, I didn't watch it. I think I saw an episode. That's the one The Rock did.
I think
think he
so.
did,
I think
yeah.
so. I like that, and I liked Entourage.
Entourage with Jeremy Piven.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. No, I had a great cast
Yeah.
in it. Very popular show. Yeah, no, that's a really good show. Yeah. I am surprised at some of the things that did not make the list, though. I really am.
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of good shows, and there's only 10 spots. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. No, I get it. When you were a kid, what were your go-to shows back then?
Man, I like the A-Team, the
Hell
Fall
yeah.
Guy.
Hell yeah. Those are two great shows, actually.
Let me think. I don't know, man. That's just the
Dukes of Hazzard?
Dukes of Hazzard. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
They went through 4 cars an
G.I.
episode.
G.I. Joe. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Cartoon G.I. Joes. I used to love that.
Yeah.
What was it? The Skeletor and all that
Oh,
stuff.
He-Man?
Yeah, I used
Yeah.
to love me some He-Man.
Yeah, that was my younger brother's bag. But the Fall Guy, and
Fall Guy was
that's
awesome,
a great
man.
show. Lee Majors, the $6 Million Man, and then also the Dukes of Hazzard was a great show, a lot of fun. A-Team was a great show, a lot of fun. Matter of fact, the A-Team movie is one of the few '80s things they did
Oh, yeah,
pretty well.
yeah.
I wish they'd make another one with. I liked the
The
cast of
A-Team
that
was
one.
awesome. Yeah,
That was a good cast.
Murdoch was awesome.
He was great.
That was the awesome Murdoch.
He did, man. That was pretty good. Let's see. There's some influencer news here that I flagged for some reason. Let's see why I did. Oh, okay. Do you know who Trisha Paytas is?
Nope.
Okay. She's a YouTuber, and she also has an OnlyFans, and she's, kind of one of those, sexy ladies, right?
Gotcha.
YouTuber Trisha Paytas is shutting down rumors that her unborn child is Pope Francis reincarnated. And yes, those theories are real and circulating online. She said, look, I don't even get it. I'm months away from my due date, not even close to this time. He's not in the British monarchy. Is it just any influential person dies that gets to come reincarnated as my baby? She hadn't even shared the sex of her baby, but she did quip if it's a boy, she's going to have to name him Pope at this point.
What?
If you don't know her background, theories of Paytas' children being famous historical figures reincarnated started in 2022 when her first pregnancy coincided with the death of Queen Elizabeth II and Charles' cancer diagnosis. Are you serious? Really? This is what people sit around and do, go, oh, her baby's a reincarnated Pope.
What?
Stop. That is so stupid.
Good job.
Get a life. Jesus Christ, man. Come on. That's just outrageous. All right. Let's see what else I've got here. Oh, this will be fun. Let's do this for a little bit. And then we'll pull out the rant here in a minute. We'll dust that off. I got a fire one this week, I think. This week over on Reddit, they said, what's a cheat code you discovered in real life that actually works? And a lot of people they had more than 9,000 people share answers. So here are some of the top ones. Thankful people get more. More invites, more gifts, more everything. Take that 5 seconds. Thank that friend for inviting you over or helping out with XYZ. It's 5 seconds of effort.
I believe that.
Yeah, I think that's very true. People don't want to help someone who's not grateful.
Right.
I mean, and if you do something special, you want to be acknowledged for doing it, right?
Right.
So that's only the right thing to do, I think. But I try to practice thankfulness nonstop. Like, Becca, she's my transaction coordinator in real estate, so she helps me, with the documents and things like that. And every single time I text her, it's going to end with "Thank you very much."
Right. Yeah.
Or "I appreciate you,"
Yeah.
or "You rock."
Yes.
Something that says I'm thankful for what she's doing.
Right.
Because she does a lot, and I just never want to take it for granted. You
couldn't do A and B without C.
That's right. That's exactly right. All right, this one says, you'd be surprised what people will do for you if you just ask. My mom was big on you won't get what you don't ask for. I grew up with a lot of practice asking for what I wanted. I know that's right. When I took this to the real world, people were shocked at how just asking for something nicely can get you that.
Oh man, you'd be surprised.
You would be. You know, I think that if you're calm and kind, especially if it's a customer service situation, you get more out of it than calling mad and pissed off and putting your foot in their ass.
I can remember my grandpa when I was small. He would always go in places and be like, he'd always haggle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He tried to negotiate on everything.
and it would work sometimes.
Sometimes
I was just
it
like,
does work.
damn, he pulled that off.
Yeah. Now sometimes it does. When you order food in a line like Chipotle, just stand there and watch them and don't move on quickly. They'll put more food in there if you watch them do their jobs.
If you ask them to, they're not going to, though.
But if you just stand there, they're saying don't walk past them, just stand and look at them.
Yeah.
And they'll make sure they're putting more on there. Promotion within many organizations is so much more about who you know than a demonstration of competence. Call it schmoozing if you want. But you got to recognize we are relational creatures. We're biased by relationships, and a little rapport can go a long way. That's truth.
1,000%.
That's truth, man. I mean, look, people, your boss wants to promote people that they feel like they can trust in the position. So if I can break through the clutter, build a little rapport, and gain that trust, then maybe it's me, you know?
Right.
Ask bartenders how they're doing. Actually listen to the answer. I get so many free drinks this way.
Yeah.
Probably true. I mean, think about it. I mean, nobody ever probably says, "How you doing, bartender?"
Yeah, but when you make friends with the bartender, it's always awesome.
It's,
you know
it's
what I'm saying?
usually a good thing for
Yeah.
you or a bad thing for you. You may get too many drinks.
Put a little too heavy.
Yeah. If you look stressed out at work all the time, people think you're busy. Yeah. I used to, if I was walking at work, I'd always walk very fast with a purpose. I never looked like I was lollygagging. I looked like I was trying to get somewhere.
Right.
And nobody would ever question that. I was just going to break. But, you know, my girlfriend charges organic produce as non-organic at the self-checkout. It saved us a lot of money over the years. It's kind of dirty. Stay in a peaceful relationship. It affects every aspect of your life. You don't understand how easy life can be to be with someone you can really get along with. That can be true.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Goals.
Compliment people. Not every time you see them, but once in a while, be sincere. They'll be nicer to you and you'll be happier as well. Yeah, all that is true.
Yes.
All that is true. I'll tell you, this is a cheat code for me is, and I know it sounds silly because Angry Patrick isn't this way, but be
I'll be
positive,
surprised.
be upbeat and positive about things. Don't bring negative energy to situations.
Right, right.
You know, yeah, okay, so you got to work late or you got to do this. It all sucks. But don't play that out on your customers. Don't play that out on your bosses. Keep that under your vest and just be a positive force in the work environment and you'll get further.
Right.
Yeah, people gravitate towards positive.
Yeah, and they don't like that negative.
No, they don't. They don't at all. All right, let's take a quick break and do this, and then we'll come back and do the rant, okay? You know what, as a real estate agent, I've seen lots of homes get caught up in probate. That's when somebody dies and they don't have a will. And the next thing you know, siblings are arguing over houses, possessions, cars, things like that. That is a nightmare you don't want any part of. You're going to need some help. You need someone with experience. You need Riggin Law. Okay, RigginLaw.com. Kristen Riggin there and her team are amazing at guiding you through this process. Look, you want to get what's coming to you, but you don't want to have to fight with everybody to get it. Just get Kristen to do the work for you. Go to RigginLaw.com. When you have questions, you have concerns about an inheritance, about anything like that, RigginLaw.com is the solution. Check them out. Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. check out readfirm.com, readfirm.com, or give them a call, 777-7333.
Another night alone in bed with you right there beside me. Replaying hateful words you said, dark fruit from your rotten tree. I feel sickness spreading inside, disease dignity in my veins. Diagnosis, I'm undignified. I'm drinking it like dirty champagne. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. My system is down from toxicity. Immunity gone, what's the answer? At least everyone thinks you're pretty, while my emotions have become a cancer. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. There's no doctor on call, and no one's looking for a cure. There's nothing arresting my downfall. It's just another trap door. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. I can't be your antidote. I can't be your antidote. Your antidote. Yo, I just can't be your fucking antidote.
I had to beat myself on that one. All right, it is time. You know what time it is.
He's Patrick, he's an angry SOB. Patrick, are you freaking kidding me? Patrick, right here on PATB. Suck it, man, this guy is really pissed. Angry Patrick.
That's right, Luke. You tell him. Former child star and famous persona JoJo Siwa has been cast on the UK version of Big Brother. Now, that's not what's interesting. What is interesting is everyone got to witness a revelation for her in real time. She was talking to a fellow house guest, and JoJo said, "I've always told myself I'm a lesbian, and I think being here I've realized, oh, I'm not a lesbian, I'm queer." And I think that's really cool. Well, that's great that she cleared it all up, right? Are you freaking kidding me? Hold on just a second. Let me do the math here for a second. I'm not a lesbian, I'm queer. Isn't that like saying I'm not hungry? I just really want to eat some food? I mean, let me pull the bus over. Let's walk back. Number one, queer. Queer. I thought we had to give that one up back in the 80s with the F word. Look, queer rhymes with other words way better than homosexual. Number two, as long as I've known, queer is gay. We're here and we're queer, or you're queer for my gear. I told you it rhymes better. And a lesbian, to my knowledge, is a lady very angry with men who has chosen to be. No, I'm kidding. A lesbian is a woman who loves other women. That's basic, right? So a lesbian and queer are one and the same, unless you just mean the old definition of queer is odd. And I know that's not what they're saying. Listen, I don't want to be that guy. But I quit playing video games when it required me to use more than 3 total controls: move, jump, attack. I don't want to spend the time to learn the 186,468 combos on NBA 2K. So it was a big deal in my world when y'all all went past LGBT and started adding pluses and other letters to it. Too far. Look, I know everybody wants to be special and have their own little badge to wear, but we all be less stressed if we just go back to the basics. Straight, gay, bi. Anything not straight or gay is bi. That's some combination of the other two. I don't care how the parts come. It's just the parts. Top is boobs, bottom penis. That's bi. 4 boobs and a pair of catcher's mitts is gay. And a hot dog in a hallway is straight. Has a vagina but feels like a man. That's a combo deal. So that's bi. Bing, bang, boom. See how it works? Nobody has to be mad. You don't need your own badge to spell out like you got something crammed in your keister while watching videos of goats being rubbed with butter. You're not a gender fluid goat human with a butter fetish or GFGBF. No, you're just bi. See, isn't it already feeling better? You're welcome. Next up, Little Caesars has a new creation. It isn't pizza. The company is launching its own reality competition show called Pretzel Crust Island.
What?
Flula Borg will host the fun that features 4 contestants competing in unique fan-inspired challenges, which will air as 4 episodes on Little Caesars' YouTube channel. Fans will vote in the comments as to who should advance. The fun began this week, so you can catch up right now, and I know I'm going to be looking at it this weekend, right?
Right.
Are you freaking kidding me? Yeah, I can't wait to avoid this, like a trip to the DMV when you have the flaming shits. God. Yeah, I guess if I just get tired of watching all the commercials currently being jammed in my eye and my ear holes, popping up in my phone and email and social media, when I get tired of all those ads, I can just head over to Little Caesars YouTube and watch a show that's one long pizza commercial. Nah, fam, I'd rather trim my ball hair with a cheese grater than go to Little Caesars YouTube page. I mean, keeping it a bill. If you're getting your entertainment from a low-price pizza chain's YouTube, I'm guessing maybe your IQ is right above lawn clipping. Shit, even Crackle or Tubi have better shit than that. I'd rather just stream Jurassic Pimp again. You know, the story of a young T-Rex shows up on the wrong side of the continent with stars in her eyes, end up being forced into sex work. It's got a happy ending. Not that kind, because T-Rexes don't have long enough arms. Never mind. Watching Little Caesars' YouTube channel is just below reading the owner's manual for my toaster, but still above prison rape. I guess everything needs a bright side. And finally, well, maybe you're using AI in some form. I do. I use it to make music for my lyrics. Others use it for reports. But what do most people use it for? New research from Harvard Business Review highlights how people are using AI the most in 2025. So here they are, the top 5. Number 1, therapy and companionship. 2, organized life. 3, find purpose. 4, enhanced learning. 5, generate code. That is super believable. Are you kidding me? This list is about as believable as when I was once told about the blowjob fairy. You know how many nights I left a few bucks and a travel-sized bottle of Listerine under my pillow? I digress. This isn't believable because, A, it's from Harvard. That used to be a prestigious and coveted education until you could take classes online like it was Phoenix University. Yeah, take a couple courses from Harvard. You can tag attended Harvard University on your resume. You don't got to tell them the course was titled How to Promote My Food on Instagram. No, sadly, a Harvard education is now 20 times the average cost and 20 times less valuable than 20 years ago. And B, you want me to believe that the number one thing AI is used for is therapy and companionship? I may not see the 2-ton pile of bullshit, but I smell it. I'm online every day on maybe 20 different social medias. You know what AI is used the most for? Number 1, making dumbass memes to roast your friends. Tell me it's not fun to take your homeboy's picture, make him a model for a fictional dildo company ad. Hell yeah, it is. Especially if you prompt it to style him in a rainbow thong that says party in the back. Number 2, trying to create nudes of the women you want to go out with. You looked up Carmen from high school, ask AI to create a buck wild adult magazine spread for her. Boom, you're in the bathroom for the next hour. Number 3, doing homework for your kids. And do you blame them? They know you'll be mad if they don't do the homework, but let's be honest, what's more interesting, literature or getting lit watching a dude live streaming on Talk as he shows you how to make a fake driver's license and get people to pay for your drinks? Yeah, I get it. Number 4, creating better resumes. Yes, every hiring manager knows as soon as they start to read it, and it sounds like a feature film on HBO. According to AI, you're not only a model employee who's a stickler for timeliness, but you single-handedly increase company revenue by 20%, and you were just the weekend janitor. No, that's believable. You were there 6 months and had a, quote, profound impact on the bottom line. Yeah, if that bottom line is a resume that's been puffed up more times than Snoop Dogg's bong. And finally, the actual real world 5th most use of AI, asking AI how to talk your significant other into exploring new purposes for the back door. And I don't mean the one with the screen on it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with it for today. All right. That is crazy about the AI things. I'm like, yeah, I don't believe therapy and companionship is what they're using
It's
it for
wild
the
that you
most.
say that. Yesterday, I pulled up to get gas, and I left my wallet at the house, and I started cussing. And
Yeah.
I hit my phone, and I'm like, what the? And my phone's like, hey, I can talk you through this. And I look at my phone, and
What?
I'm like, what the? And I wanted to
Did it
throw-
really
I
do that to
swear
you?
To God.
Your phone told you it
Yes.
could talk. It said, "Hey, I can talk
Yeah, it was
you
like-
through this."
Yeah, I was like, what the?
Oh wow,
fuck
your
did I
phone
get?
just became an impromptu counselor.
I don't know.
How did you respond? You're like, "Bitch, who are you talking
Exact. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, the phone was like, sounds like you're mad. We can talk this out. I was just like, what the
to?"
fuck?
Wow, man, that's
Yeah.
wild though,
I
isn't
swear
it?
to God, it's that Gemini on mine did it.
Gemini is
Yeah,
what it's called.
yeah.
That's on Android.
Yeah, it started popping it up.
That's crazy, bro. Your phone just jumped in and said, "Hey, you sound angry. I can
didn't
help you
even,
with that."
Like, it was beside me, and I guess I could have like touched it, but I did not hit a button and
Well,
say, "Hey, I'm so
it's
mad."
listening.
You know what
You
I'm
didn't
saying?
have to.
Yeah, like it just automatically prompted, like, "Hey, you sound mad. We can help."
What's
you
up, iPhone? You're
Like,
you're
what
shit,
the
man. I've yelled in my car a million times. iPhone's never done anything. It just sat there.
I swear it did.
iPhone don't care about me at all. I'm road raging.
Me and my wife would be. We have them little. I don't know what you call them. Little,
Sex swings.
no, the little Google like tell you stuff about your house and shows pictures on it and stuff like that. You know,
Oh, yeah,
control
yeah.
lights
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. So we have like lights and say, "Hey, Google, turn the lights off," and turn
Right,
the lights
right.
off, stuff like that. So we'll be in the living room talking, and all of a sudden, like Google will just chime in, like, "Hey, I've got 5 results for that," and we're just like,
What?
"Shut the hell up! Stop listening."
No, man, it was probably a couple years ago they finally admitted
No, your phone
that
listens.
they do listen, even when your phone is. Listen to this: your phone takes pictures even when it's
Yes.
powered off. Did you know that your iPhone, for example, takes pictures of your face about every 30 seconds or so?
Is it true that they can't use?
They cannot
iPhones
use them in battle
because they flash?
because of that.
That's
The
insane.
infrared
man.
light. Yeah, you can pick it up, scanning. So yeah, they cannot take those in there.
That's wow.
It is, isn't it? But yeah, your phone does listen to you, and they've admitted that it listens to you. Look, your ads will tell you that it listens to
I'm
you.
spooked out whenever I get in the shower and stuff like that. Like I have my phone on the thing, and I always take like a thing of deodorant, put on the camera. That's just I know. You know
I
what
get
I'm
it.
saying?
No, I
You
get
know
it,
they're
man.
watching, man.
No, I
I'm just
mean,
like,
you know,
this is
they
weird,
are
man.
watching. They're taking pictures. They're looking. You know, they're
is
looking at
weird.
stores you go to.
Yes.
You know, they look at all. Look, and it takes you a minute to go down the rabbit hole. But in your iPhone, if you go far enough into the map stuff, there's an area where it says, what does it say? It's something along the line of most common locations, and it'll show you the places you go most.
That's
And it keeps a record of the places you go the most.
for what? I mean, for advertising.
Well, right.
But they
Absolutely. They need
kind
to.
of like the Homeland Security stuff. Like they take it too far. You
Look,
know what I'm saying?
So tell me they don't know where the drug dealers' houses are.
No, they know where everything's going.
They know where everything is
Yeah,
now, man.
man.
Of course, they know where the drug dealer's house is. Your phone's telling them where it is.
And they said used to you could turn your phone off and it would stop. They say
No, man, you
nowadays,
can't
no.
turn your phone off. I mean, hell, if you got a smart appliance in your house, or you got an Echo, or you got a Dot, or whatever they're called, they're listening just like
Yeah.
yours.
No, it always
It's
listens,
listening to you. and sometimes they just record stuff and then they listen to it later.
Like you hear
They
about
say they use it for better understanding.
There's been murders solved with listening to what's going on in the houses.
No,
and
that
stuff,
is true.
man.
That
Like,
happened.
It's crazy.
It is crazy what happens with that. Let's see what the people are saying real quick before we move on to the next thing. Kristen said, my phone told me to calm down and not use foul
It
language.
did. She cusses at it all the time, though. It's hilarious.
Yeah, now Siri told me that she wouldn't respond to Siri bitch. I said, hey, Siri bitch. And she said, I won't respond to that. And I went, oh, okay. All right, let's see. Who else is saying something here? Governor Hot Wheels said, no offense. Oh, where'd it go?
Uh-oh.
I always love it when it starts with no offense.
Right.
No offense, but if you're banging a trans, you're still gay, but with more steps. Yeah, I mean, sure, of course, that's facts. Yes, of course. No, you definitely are. There's a BJ Ferry, little doggy said.
He's like, where's it at?
Put $5 in a mini bottle of Listerine under your pillow and see if it shows
Patrick
up.
will show up at your window.
No, Patrick will not ever show up at your window. Like Melissa Etheridge, come to my window. The tracking on your phone even predicts what you're doing at the location it tracks you to, little doggy said. Yeah.
You can pull your phone up and look at the Google thing for like when you're wanting to go to a store, and it can tell you the times that people are in there, and that's based off their cell phones in the business.
Yeah.
Like it'll say it's more busy at like 4 o'clock than it is 2 o'clock, and that's based off the phones going in and out of the
In and out of
business.
it, yeah.
It's creepy. Wow.
Tasha, you're so right about this. We've talked about it, but pay attention to the ads you'll start seeing. It'll always be stuff you talked about or places you've been by or to. No, you're right.
YouTube even admits that.
Yeah, no, they definitely do. I know that. I don't remember when I had back when I had a shop. We were talking about stuff, and listen, the one thing about Laura, if you know anything, there's never a time in the universe she's going to order anything that has to do with tools, wood,
Right.
Any kind of stuff that is not her bag. And she started getting ads for things like that, and she's like, "Is this because we talked?" I says, "Yeah, we talked about the shop, so it thinks that you're into it."
The other day when I was talking about the Navage, it started popping up like all different kind of Navages are all in my Facebook feed now.
That's wild, man. Joel said Alexa's just as bad.
Yeah.
Brad said Jimmy John's app alerts me every time I drive by a location. So you're just driving by and it
like,
pops
get a
up and says, "Hey,
sub."
there's a Jimmy John's over here.
That's
They're
awesome.
seriously fast. Come over and get you some lunch, bitch."
That's some awesome marketing right there.
No, I mean more and more we accept it.
No.
More and more we accept that it's there. So we've kind of given all that privacy up, and
yeah.
I guess in turn, we're fascinated by everything and the convenience, I guess. I wonder how many people respond to, because clearly these ads are targeted. I wonder how many people are purchasing based on that. I wonder how many people make a purchase decision
It's
based on an ad that showed up from conversations.
Kind of
they
like
had.
the side aisles at the gas. There's at the stores. You know
The
what I'm saying?
end caps?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, no, an impulse buy. Brad, let me ask you this. Of all the times the Jimmy John's app alerted you, how many times did you stop at Jimmy John?
Right.
Did you stop every time, every other time, one time, no times?
Let us know.
Little doggy said, if you'll remember, Patrick, I tested it then by talking about mobility scooters, and I saw ads on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google. They're not all connected. Oh, they're all connected. Trust me, they're all connected one way or another. You can bet on that. You think that they don't on the sly have some sharing agreements?
Man,
Of
yeah.
course they do. They all want your money. So if YouTube can get more money working with Facebook and Facebook can get more money working with YouTube,
They gonna
act
do
like
it.
they're not going to do it. Of course they are. You may not know it, because who reads the stuff that you're supposed to sign when you get these
yeah.
things,
Agreements.
Yeah. I used to try to go through and get apps to not do certain things, not act. Now I'm like, what difference does it make now? I may as well, just go ahead and take a picture of my BH and just put it on my Facebook and go, here, everybody look at it. Let's get it out there so you can see it and we can get this done, because it's going to happen at some point, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, little doggy said, now, yeah, that was 10 years ago. No, it's true. No, it's been going on for a long time with, look, they found out your smart TVs were listening to you.
Any smart device?
Yeah,
at all,
if you have a
just
smart
about.
device, you can bet that it's got ears.
They were talking about the air fryers or something the other day.
Yes.
Some stuff.
Yes.
I was like, what
Your
the?
air fryer was listening to you. That is absolutely true.
That's
Now you
insane.
got refrigerators that
Yes.
have the little windows on them, and you
Yes.
talk to them, and
That's wild.
they'll place orders for you.
Yeah.
I don't have that nice of a refrigerator.
No.
Mine just has the double doors. That's
Yeah.
that was the upgrade
Yeah.
for me, and I barely could pay for that, man. Have you bought a refrigerator
Man,
lately?
they're
Jesus,
expensive, man.
man, they'll hurt your feelings. Mine
Yes.
was like over $2,000.
Yeah, not cheap.
I was like
man.
over $2,000 for a fridge.
Refrigerator, yes.
Of course, I hadn't bought one in over a decade, and the last time I bought it was probably from, Facebook Marketplace
them-
or something.
At our last house when we had the pool and stuff, we had one of them Sub-Zeros.
Oh, did you?
Oh, that thing was bad, man.
Yeah.
Crazy expensive.
What was it for?
It's just I don't remember. It just had a big, huge. Everything in it was just massive.
Oh, it was one of the giant ones.
yeah, like the
oh
all
yeah, like a
silver.
chef one.
Yeah, that thing was insane.
Man, they are crazy. I've
Yes.
seen some of those in houses.
Yeah,
Especially high end
It was
houses.
in the house, but yeah,
That's
thing,
nice,
I wouldn't
man.
like to buy that thing for sure.
No, I bet you wouldn't, or move it.
Mm.
No, man, you don't want to move that
Probably
big
why it's
bastard.
still there.
Brad said he's never stopped at Jimmy John's because of an alert. Did you hear that, Jimmy John's?
Take that.
It's not working. Little doggy said they have cameras in fridges. Yeah, and if the camera looks in the fridge, you can bet it can look the other way too, right?
Right.
Because now sometimes you can push the button and see what's in your fridge, or it'll have a list of the items in your refrigerator.
My fridge would notice my face, like facial recognition, be like, "Get out of the fridge, fat ass!" like at night.
Yeah, no, I would love that if it would shame me, just roast me.
Start moving. real
Oh,
big.
back up again, Chunky. Looking for another bowl of cereal, fat ass.
Go
Yeah.
back to bed.
Yeah, she'd get back in bed, lord ass. Okay, I would. I'd probably turn around and just leave as soon as it said the first. Oh, never mind. I'm going back
Be
to
punch
sleep.
holes in my
Yeah,
refrigerator.
I'll just go by the convenience store and I'm done.
Yeah, I am refrigerator for you.
I once tried to create an invention of a cigarette pack that would roast you like that, so that
That'd be
people would quit
awesome,
smoking.
man.
You know, every time you open it, it'd
You
start
little
roasting
dipshit,
you.
what are you doing?
Or I also had an alternative where you could record your own, so that when you open the pack, it'd be your kids saying, "Daddy, don't smoke cigarettes." You'd be like, "Oh shit, man, what am I supposed to do with that?"
man.
You know, and that's. Yeah, I thought, well, that'd be a good way to do it. You don't like that? I mean, you can make Hallmark cards do it. Why can't you make a pack of cigarettes?
Do you
do
not
it?
love me, Daddy?
That's right. Yeah, that'd be it right there. I thought you loved me, Daddy. You wouldn't smoke if you did.
That's awesome.
No, I thought it was a good idea. I never did anything with it. So take that and go make $1 million. Somebody
Put it on
tip
your
me if you
crack
do
pipe.
it. You're right. Crack kills, son. Yeah, no, that'd be on your crack
man.
pipe, on your meth pipe. Yeah, that's right. Quit twisting it so hard. You're burning it up. That's. Oh man, the '80s. It was a bad time. It was a good time and a bad time both. Man, that's for sure. All right, let's see what else I've got here. I've got to get a few more things that I did want to get out and talk about. What's going on with you this weekend, by the way?
Hopefully, a bunch of bonus holes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do some celebrating for my boy last day of school. I'm sure.
Are you?
Yeah, go do something.
Like a graduation thing or whatever.
Told him I'd take him where he wants to go.
Yeah. Listen, I know for a fact that just giving you the heads up. So, we're going to the blocks the 13th through the 19th.
Right.
Expect that you may get called in. Rich may go, hey, you want to come in this day or this day and help me? Because you guys are still going to be doing it while we're gone. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure that you were aware of that.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be on, Gunner and I are going to the blocks, which is on Amazon Prime. And it's an entrepreneur-based reality show. Very excited about it. Super cool. I think it's the maybe it's Wednesday or Thursday of next week will be the last day of our fundraiser. If you want to help us, we're just covering our travel and expenses, the hotel, the food, and travel. That's it. Everything else is accommodated while we're there. But you can go over to patrickandthepeople.com. We've got our GoFundMe there. If you can give $1, if you can give 10, if you can give 5, it's payday. If you can give 10,000, hey, that'll work. We'll take it. And then right after the blocks, we'll be there 13th, 19th. I'll get home just in time to do a run at the Looney Bin the 21st through the 25th of May.
That's going to be awesome, man.
It is going to be awesome. I'm very excited about performing there. I'm glad they've asked me to come out and do it. And Sunday's show is a banger, though. It's the Gateway show. And I'm going to tell you that you better buy your ticket. I would encourage people to start buying tickets now because the Gateway show is already popular. Do you know what that is?
It's where everybody gets
That's
smoked.
right. That's right. You come out, you do your comedy set. There's several comedians that come out. They'll do 10, 15 minutes. Then after they're done, and stone cold sober, you have to be completely
Right.
chem-free at least 24 hours, okay? And so then after you do that, they take you somewhere and according to Wayne, get you higher than you've ever been in your life. And then you come back out and try to perform again. And so, seeing everybody try to come back out that stoned and see if they can do a set apparently is very hilarious to people. So I'm certainly looking forward to it. I am trying to build a strategy. I think I've got one
Like
to
messing
be
with-
able to handle the second round and not look crazy. We'll see if I can though. But I'm super excited about. It's been a little while since I've been on stage, so I'm really excited about that.
just get all in your head and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like after you smoke,
Oh yeah, no, that's the problem is you get into your head.
you're like,
and-
are they laughing?
Yeah. No, are they laughing at me or are they laughing at the joke? Or you're going to start forgetting punchlines,
Right.
or you know how it goes when you get really stoned.
You know what I was trying to say, though.
Yeah, right. Y'all know what I mean, right? All right, let me tell you about David Lindsay. Man, this guy over at Cabot Mechanical HVAC is the guy to see. If you've got a heater air issue, reach out to David Lindsay. 944-5776. It's 944-5776. Look, one thing you can do is you can get a tune-up on your air conditioning unit, your HVAC. And it can extend the life of your air conditioning unit 5 to 10 years if you do that once a year, or even every 2 years, if you just have a tune-up on it. So they come out, they clean the coils, they do all that, make sure that it doesn't have debris. Because when you look at, like a lot of people don't know, there's 2 air units. There's the inside and outside part of it, all right, 2 components to it. But you see the big part outside and you think, oh man, that's a lot under there. But if you take that cover off of your outside air unit, it's about this big. Mm-hmm. It's nothing under there, basically. That's just to pull air in, is what it's for, right? The biggest part is actually in the house.
Right.
And so with David, the reason I love him is when I had a problem, the first guy that came out told me it was time to buy a new unit. It was over, $10,000. I immediately called someone else. It happened to be David, and he came by, and $200 later it was operational, and we were good.
Man.
And from that, I said, bro, I'll not ever use anybody else from this point forward. You got my business.
Yeah.
And I've referred him to many people who are very happy. So, check out David if you need some help with your HVAC. He can definitely get you there.
I mean, you got to think your car. You got to maintenance your car. So, I mean, you got to maintenance your air conditioner just like any other thing,
Yeah, I mean, you really do. I mean, you should take care of those things. All those, major systems, your hot water heater, you always want to inspect that, take a look at that. A lot of people don't. Mm-hmm. Your HVAC, get it tuned up.
It's out of sight, out of mind until it
That's
messes
right.
up, and then it's like, oh, I should have fixed that.
And what's the 2 worst things to lose? Hot water and cold
AC,
air.
Yes.
Right?
God.
Yeah, you lose AC in summertime, you are pissed off.
Man, I'm calling the hotel.
Yeah, you're going to do something. In August, late July, August, around here,
Yeah, it's too
go ahead
hot,
and
man.
no. And that's when a lot of them go down because they're working so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trying to keep it 75 and it's 105 outside.
Yeah, if you'll get a tune-up, going into spring, you're in a good place because it'll hold spring and fall both, and you'll be good.
If something's about to mess up, they'll catch it right there.
They will catch it. Instead of it messing up 6 things, it'll only be 1 thing. And that's another thing it's a good reason. That's one of the closing gifts I give to all of the people that buy a home with me is I give them a free air conditioning tune-up from David at Cabot
That's
Mechanical. Yeah, he'll come out, tune your air conditioner up, do all that for you so that you're in good shape,
Awesome.
It is a good gift. It's one that, you don't think about, but when you get it, you're like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's a good one. Speaking of that, I do sell houses, and I'd be glad to help you buy a house or sell a house for that matter. I've got one I'm getting ready to sell over in Shannon Hills. It's a really nice one, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and on an acre, and it's going to be like $160,000, and it's been renovated. It's nice. It's super nice. And a private area, too. Very, very quiet area. You wouldn't even know it was there. I didn't know it was there. And I lived in Saline my whole life and didn't know this was there. So it was pretty cool to be able to sell that house. It's not on market yet. I've got another one being renovated out Arch Street. And listen, this house is going to be fully renovated. I mean, paint, floors, all that. And even after that, it's a 3-bed, 1-bath on an acre, 1,100 square feet, 2-car garage in the back. It's going to be $125,000. That's a deal.
Yeah, it's a deal.
That's a deal right there, and it's all by itself in a
got
it's on
land, too?
an acre.
Yeah, that's
pretty good. For $1.25.
Yeah.
I'd say that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But if you're buying homes, that's probably a lot of times the people who. Sellers need me too, but buyers, first-time buyers, man, it can be daunting. And if you don't have an experienced agent or an agent who's an advocate for you, you could not get the better deal for yourself. Right. Whether it's financing, whether it's, negotiating repairs, whether it's negotiating price, whatever it is, you need someone who knows what they're doing and how to navigate and do that. And listen, yesterday, it was a really nice surprise for me. I had over on Facebook, I logged in and I saw I was tagged in something. I'm like, well, what is this about? What is this tag? And it was one of my clients tagging me, and we haven't even finished the deal yet. And they were basically saying, hey, man, thank you for being an awesome realtor. Everybody should use you. Awesome. It was really cool. To see that. If you go over to Zillow and look at my reviews, what I would be most proud of is almost every one of them say above and beyond. And that's because I really feel like that's what my job is. I'm going to give you the best you're going to get. I'm going to give you the best service. I'm going to work the hardest for you, and I'm going to help you find what you want. I'm not going to try to help you get into something you don't want or let you get into something that's going to harm you. I'm going to make sure you get the best you can get out of everything that I can. So reach out to me. You can message me. You can Facebook me. You can call me 575-5485. Just reach out, and I'll be glad to help you. Rich said the intermission returns Sunday. It does. Rich will be back, the unretired Rich, back with the intermission returning on Sunday. So that's great. That show's done very well. It's been very popular for Rich. A lot of people tuning in. They recently did a WrestleMania watch viewing party, which I think did pretty well for them.
I've seen a bunch of that stuff, man.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you watch WrestleMania?
No.
I didn't either.
Seen that part where Cena punched homeboy in the balls and like stole his little belt. That's about
he's the bad guy now apparently.
I'm just like, I can't keep up. It's too much. I don't know. It's a lot of drama.
Well, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Rich said, I got to head out, take care of some vapor stuff, about to enter event week. Time to start stressing. Yeah. He does have, Vapors has the big next match coming up. It's May 3rd, and they're debuting in Saline County. So the SC needs to show up and show out. I know you will anyway, but it's going to be over at the Boys and Girls Club. So you got great parking. It's a great place. The matches are going to be awesome, and they're going to have, what do you call the Concession stand.
stands?
Yeah, they're going to have
Food
food. No, they have a concession stand there they operate.
Gotcha.
So they have a legit concession stand. It's going to be great, great, great wrestling. We just interviewed Mike Quackenbush is his name. Funny name.
Quackenbush.
But he is facing Ray Ivy in that. And Ray Ivy, if you came to Arkansas, is the high flyer. He was the guy in the scaffold
I
match.
remember that. Yeah, that dude's wild, man.
Man, it is wild. I'm telling you, you will not see. Very entertaining,
That
very
dude's-
acrobatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get out there and support that if you can, because it's great, and I love to see that wrestling is growing in the marketplace the way it is. And these guys are good. This isn't some, backyard chump stuff.
Right.
It's in a guy in an Evil Knievel cape, on some little bitty ring or trampoline, doing stuff. These guys are legit professionals, and they are good at what they do. If you didn't come to Arkansas, you may not know, but man, was it not awesome?
No, it was badass, man. Like, I seen the dude up on the building. Like, he was up
Yeah.
in the rafters.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to jump from here. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like, you're going to die. I'd feel like I was going to die. I know
He
that.
was up there like
Yeah.
20 feet at least, man.
Yeah. Mike Quackenbush. That's what did I not say that? Is that not
You
what I
said
said?
it right.
What's up with that, Rich?
Rich? I knew it
What's
was
up with that,
Come on,
Rich?
Rich.
Rich? Mitch? Wait, that's wrong. All right. What else is going on for you this weekend, man? You said you're gonna do something with the kid,
Yeah, not graduated yet, but I mean,
but
last
he's
day
about
school.
to, so it's
Yeah.
kind of a celebration of that.
Yeah, take him out.
Yeah. So where do you have a plan of where you might go?
He talked about doing some top golf. We might
Oh.
go do that. We might go eat. Just hang
Top
out.
golf is fun, man.
I haven't been there yet.
It is fun, even if you're not a golfer.
I'm
it's
not
fun.
a golfer. I'm a drinker in the golf cart all day kind
Yeah.
of person.
You're just trying to hit the ball at targets. That's it.
Right.
That's it. That's all you're doing.
You ever played night golf?
Yeah.
That is awesome, man. I got to do that one time. We got drunk as hell. That was some fun times.
With the glow in the dark
yeah,
balls.
and you wear like the golden dark necklace
Yeah.
and stuff so you don't get hit.
Yeah. Allegedly.
That's
No,
fun times, man.
I have played. It's a lot of fun. I
Yes.
like golf. It's
I
one of
just
those sports
suck
that
at
take.
it.
I do too. It's just one of those sports that takes a long ass time to play.
Yes.
It's not like
I
a
can play
quick
9
pickup game
holes.
of basketball.
I can do 9, but I can't do 18. Like, that's too much a lot of times.
Well, if I have to walk
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
in a cart, yeah, I'd rather do 9 than 18
Yeah.
most days because it takes all day to do 18.
Yeah, man, like all day.
Yeah. No, I know they make a lot of business deals on the golf course, but I'm like, man, it's all day, bro.
Yeah.
I got other things to do. Let's make the deal real quick on the phone.
Right.
Play 9 holes, then I'm going to do something else. I used to take Noah to first tee when he was young, and we would play. They had little par 3 holes there for the
Right.
kids to learn on. So as an adult, you could only play with like a wedge or something. But we'd have a blast doing those. I'd try to get hole in ones on the par
Right.
3s. It was a lot of fun. I do love hitting golf balls. I mean, it is a lot
love
of
going
fun.
to the driving range. That's why I'm like, well, Top Golf might
I
be
think
all right.
I think if you like the driving range, then you'll love that. They do have some pretty good food there too. Honestly,
I want to do that whole new Tiger Woods thing. I think that'd be
what are you
awesome.
talking about?
Like the whole simulator thing that he's
What?
got. That TV.
What?
He's got a whole thing on ESPN. It's like a simulator golf. You hadn't seen that?
No.
Oh, dude, it's bad.
How does it work? Is it?
They have this big screen, and they go up there and they tee off, and they hit the screen, and the ball keeps falling.
Oh, I have seen one
Man,
of those.
and then the greens rotate
yeah,
and
I,
change, and like it's pretty cool.
I
man.
saw it, but I didn't see it in action. I just
It's pretty
saw
cool
it.
to watch it, man. And it's like golf, but like a Happy Gilmore kind of like
Yeah.
vibe.
So
to
when it hits the the screen, I guess the
the
intensity it hits it at lets it know how far it should go.
right, and like it says it's like really accurate, like where it hits, how far the trajectory, and all. It knows
Oh, all mine go to the rough then.
right.
Every one of them end up in the rough. Yeah.
I'm yelling 4.
Yeah, no, I spend a lot of time in the rough when I play golf. I'll
The
tell you.
sand.
That. Yeah, no, I sometimes every once in a while
I'm all over.
I
the
do
place,
try to
man.
avoid that part.
I'm all over the course, man.
It's so much fun, but
If I'm on
it's
the
hard to
course.
be consistent, and it's one of
Yes.
those sports where if you don't play it all the time,
It shows.
you can't be good. You have to do it all the time. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Joey. What up? What up? What up, everybody?
Hello, hello, hello.
Governor Hot Wheels said it's like 4 miles from me. You talking about Top Golf? Yeah. What did they have one here? Do they have one in Conway too? No,
Got
just the
one
one here.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to the big center they were building at Wild River Country, where that used to be? Are they still building that?
I don't know what's going on out there, man.
Well, they were going to build a big
It's supposed to be like
entertainment
a big, yeah,
center.
it's supposed to be like a big what we have in Mally's in
yeah,
Conway. It's supposed
right.
to be like something like that.
Yeah, go-karts,
Yeah, all kinds
mini
of stuff.
golf, things like that. I like mini golf.
I miss Wild River Country, I ain't gonna lie.
Do you?
Yeah. Like back in the 90s, Wild River Country. Remember when they had the parties at night and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Before they tried it last couple years and it went crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I remember night water and we actually had fun, man. Like Budweiser, we had fun.
Well, 10 years ago, people acted kind of normal.
yeah,
Now you throw a party and people just get absolutely stupid.
crazy.
They just do crazy things. You're like, man, really?
Yeah.
At Wild River Country, you want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to take a dump in the wave pool, man.
People walking around naked and stuff.
Yeah, no, they did definitely do that, and not the ones you want.
No.
By the way, it's never the ones you're like, oh, I'm so glad I saw that. It's like,
No,
oh,
man. Like, put your damn clothes on.
man, I
man.
gotta bleach my eyes. Yeah, don't be walking around in that. All right, listen, I hate to say it, but I do have a big real estate thing I have to do this morning, so I've got to cut out
Part of
early
it,
today.
man.
It is part of it, and I'm sorry to shortchange you today, but I've got an inspection this morning that I need to attend. It's a big deal to be there for the client and make sure, because the inspector comes out, they go through everything in the house, then they kind of debrief you on it before you get the report, so you kind of know what to expect, and you can sit down and talk to your buyer and go, hey, here's what they're saying.
Right, right.
Here's what we're dealing with. And that's super important. You want someone to look out for you because, man,
That's part of going above and beyond. Like
that is,
people
you
say,
gotta
man. This is
look
part of it right now.
You gotta look out for it, man. So please forgive me for that. But huge thanks to Chad, Rich, Amanda, all the cast this week,
y'all.
Bundy, everybody. Huge thanks to all our guests this week, and of course you guys, man. Please, please, please keep sharing it. I think we're 38 likes from monetization on YouTube. Just go over there and hump that like button. Push that like button or whatever. If you're not following us on YouTube, please, 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 just go over there. Tell people to follow us on YouTube.
Right.
But just share us with everybody, and appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you next time, y'all.
Peace.
Late.